Hello everybody! I always get so worried that no one's gonna join, so hello! I'm gonna wait for people to join and then we can have a good old chat. I haven't done a YouTube live stream in so long, so it feels so good to be back on YouTube. Yay! Who's missed me? No one! So many crazy things are going on at the moment, so I thought this was like the perfect time to hop on. We can all have a chat, let me know like your thoughts and feelings, that kind of thing. So I'm just gonna get my laptop up with some articles and hopefully some friends can join. If you're here, say hey, let's chat. I want to hear from you. Speak now or forever hold your peace, as I like to say. Okay. I'm just making sure it's working on my laptop. Also, I love that my thumbnail is me and Oo. We just forever stand. There's nothing else you can do but stand. Okay, so today I thought we could have a chat about Universal, talk about Disney, talk about my trips and things like that, and also catch up with all of you. So a little like guide, well, what's the word? Brief overview of everything that's going on at the moment. So City Walk, which is Universal's mall, opened I think about a week ago now, and Disney Springs opened yesterday, which is their shopping centre, and Universal Studios Orlando announced today that they are reopening in 2 weeks on the 5th of June, which is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie, in all honesty, I was completely shocked about lots of things. So I think if we start with City Walk, please chime in with your opinions and your comments at any time. It's always good to have a good old chit chat. So with regards to City Walk's opening, I thought it looked really good. It looked safe. Everyone seemed to be wearing masks. Everyone was social distancing. The lines weren't too long and everything looked kind of like a-okay. The only issue I had with Universal Studios Orlando's City Walk opening is that when people were queuing for security, no one was social distancing and some people weren't wearing masks, but other than that, it seemed to run okay. Then we get to Disney Springs opening day yesterday. Let's just say sis was shook. Obviously, I'm not there. I'm in the UK, funnily enough. But I was like, you know what? I'll tune into the live stream all about Disney Springs. I completely forgot what it was called then. I was like, you know what, what's the worst? Like, let's just have a little chat, see what's going on kind of thing. And I I witnessed my favourite vlogger not wearing a mask. I witnessed absolutely zero social distancing going on. And I also witnessed there was some lady having a barbecue. It was just kind of crazy. But Disney put all these like amazing measures into place and absolutely nobody followed them. So some people were social distancing, but a lot of people were like meeting up with their friends and were like social distancing from their friends, and a lot of people were just bumping into people, walking really close to them, like not standing away from like the desks to like pay and things like that. I'm not really sure with regards to what the rules are on social distancing and things like that in the US in comparison to the UK, but it was definitely 2 completely different ballparks, which was kind of crazy. And then Universal Studios Orlando announced today that they are reopening their theme parks and water parks in 2 weeks. So Islands of Adventure, I think it's just called Universal Studios Park, possibly, and Volcano Bay and City Walk will all be open in 2 weeks for all guests. So that is any American that can travel to Universal Studios can go. I think it is way too soon. Seeing how little people followed the rules yesterday in Disney Springs like just worries me. Maybe Universal fans are different to Disney fans, I don't know. I haven't watched a Universal City Walk live stream, but I was just in shock. I was just really, really surprised. I don't know, it was just a bit like, oh, okay. Because in the UK, I haven't left my house to go anywhere other than to exercise in, I think it's like 65 days. Shall I have a look? This is kind of depressing. Let's have a little look. But I haven't been anywhere. And people are just out, like, now going to Universal. I'm like, what? Well, I want to go to Universal. Like, I was just a bit jealous. Okay, days since March 15th. Let's have a look what it has to say. Oh, I just realised I've been tagged in loads of things on Facebook. Oops. I haven't left my house in 67 days. 67 days I haven't left my house, and now people are going to Universal Studios. Like, what? What did Rod say? I believe it's smart to start reopening things and keep the social distancing measures in place. There will always be people that don't follow the rules, which sucks. I think there's a difference between people not following the rules and 99.9% of people following the rules. I don't know if you watched a Disney Springs live stream yesterday, but I was shocked. Like, I think not that vloggers are like some superior people, like, but I just feel like vloggers really do, they have almost like a responsibility to their audience and to Disney with regards to like showing like this is safe, these are safe measures, like I'm wearing a mask, so you should be wearing a mask. And then they weren't wearing masks and social distancing, and I was like, what? Like, you can't, as the vlogger, be like live streaming this to like 3,000 people and not be following the rules yourself. And it's like Disney doesn't put these rules in place for laughs. Like, it's not like a joke. Like, it is genuinely not only for the safety of you and your party, but for others as well. But I don't know. It's interesting to hear what everyone has to say. I personally still think it's way too soon to open Universal Studios. I was just saying to my friends, like, how would you monitor like social distancing on rides? Like, for things like Splash Mountain, would it just be one person per ride? Like, would you clean the seats down after every single person has rode the ride? Would the wait times, because you've got limited capacity and having to sanitize the ride vehicles, will the lines not be like 20 hours long or something? Like, imagine trying to ride Hagrid's. You'd have like 3 people on the ride. Like, that queue is already astronomical. I don't know. I think it's crazy. I'm intrigued to see how it goes ahead. Hello, what's up? Not much. What about you? But yeah, I was just kind of in shock. It might just be me. Maybe because I haven't left my house in 67 days. But what do you think about Shanghai Disneyland's opening? That is a good question. So I watched a lot of live streams from Shanghai. I also watched a lot of people's story content. So I would say I think Shanghai's opening went way better than Disney Springs, that is for sure. I think they did things very well in Shanghai. But even on opening day, I was seeing pictures of people like not stood in the box, and it was like, why? Why are you not stood in the box? But I think the way that they had the characters out with regards to like them waving, I think that's lovely. I think it's almost like it makes my heart happy, like seeing that the characters are still there. Like, obviously you're not meeting them, but they're out for like a lot longer than they would be during like normal park operation times and things like that. And you get the opportunity to see like all these characters rather than just a few. I know it's not the same as meeting characters, but I thought it was a very good meet in the middle. Like, they have like 6 different Marvel characters out every day. They had like 8 princesses. They had Flynn Rider. They had like all Mickey and Friends pals. Like, they had a bunch, and I thought that was really good. The wait times were all really short in Shanghai, and that was on a sold out ticket day. Like, Tron Coaster was a 5-minute wait. Everyone I saw was like social distancing. There was loads of open space. Cannot say the same for Disney Springs, but it was good. I think Shanghai was good. Doing all right, enjoying the sunshine. Yeah, the sun has been lush. I've been, as you can see, I'm quite red. I've been out. I did sunburn my butt yesterday. I can't say it's my greatest move, but it did happen. Rod said, actually, it's been announced that the virus cannot be transmitted through touch, so that shouldn't be much of a factor. It might not be able to be transmitted by touch, but if somebody sneezes on something and then touches it, or if someone licks something and touches it, or someone has like touched their eyes and their mouth and things like that, and then touches the ride vehicle, like, I think ride vehicles should be sanitized anyway. Like, there is probably so many germs in theme parks that we don't know about, but, and I'm not like a giant big like germ freak or something, but I do think that people should be, I do think they should just sanitize them in general, like often. And also, they say, oh, it can't be contracted through touch. They don't know. No one really knows anything yet. I feel like it's way too soon to be saying, oh yeah, you can't get it this way. Oh, you can't get it that way. Because we don't really know how people have been getting it, if that makes sense. Hey, Steve. Oh, I'm still a spanner. Yep. Lover for Disney, aren't you? Yep, that is my thing. Everyone has a thing, and that is my thing. Okay, wonder how that happened, lol. Wonder how what happened. The CDC announced it a couple of days ago. I understand them announcing it, but that doesn't mean that they shouldn't sanitize ride vehicles and have people socially distance. Like, with regards to, I genuinely think that ride vehicles should have to be sanitized down. Because, like, if that's the case, then, like, maybe Do we even need to be like cleaning door handles and handrails? Shall I be washing my hands? Like, I feel like with regards to whether they've said that or not said that, I still think that ride vehicles should be sanitized. I just think, especially if you're planning to open in 2 weeks. How did the sunburn happen? Oh, I was wearing a bikini in my garden and I fell asleep, and like parts of my bodies that normally don't get tan like got tanned. So that is how that happened. And I didn't have sun cream on my butt because I didn't think I'd need it. Honestly, my hands are in pain from all the hand sanitizer. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, my hands have got quite dry from like washing them so much. And I'm just saying I haven't been out in 67 days, which is like kind of crazy. Like, I haven't done anything in 67 days. But rather, I was saying to my mum today, like, even in regards to like rules changing, I would rather stay inside and stay safe and not be responsible for somebody else dying than go out and have fun, if that makes sense. I'm not saying that. I feel like sanitation shouldn't be that much of a factor. They should, but it's not going to be a major factor as if it was transmitting through touch. They should still sanitize ride vehicles and rails often. I still don't believe that it can't be transmitted through touch, because you don't know what someone has touched. You don't know if someone hasn't sneezed on their hands and then touched something, or someone has coughed and then touched. Like that, it can surely be transmitted, like maybe possibly through that way. And I feel like until there's a vaccine, I don't know. I was watching like Tim and Jen Tracker's video about it, and they were saying about how, and even Disney was saying like they were going to sanitize like after every Universal were looking to sanitize after almost every rider. But I just, like, how do you go about this? I don't know. I'm intrigued to see, like, they're saying they're going to have everything open, which I think is interesting, especially Volcano Bay being open. I think that is a bold move, but if they think, like, they wouldn't put guests in harm's way, so if they think it's safe, it clearly is safe. Maybe I should be going outside some more. Did you see that all the pics from the UK beaches yesterday? Was so annoyed from all of it, especially Blackpool, as obviously I'm from here, full of rubbish and way too many people. I see both sides of the arguments with regards to the beach thing. I think if you live in the area like you do, for example, you can go to the beach. Like, and I saw in a lot of pictures, people were social distancing. Like, you typically do social distance when you go to the beach anyways. You, like, set up your own area. But then again, like, I don't live too far from a beach. And with regards to the government's new guidelines, like, I could go to the beach. I'm just choosing to not go, if that makes sense. So, again, I think it's tricky because, like, the government has said you can go out and you can go to the beach. So obviously people are, like, gonna go to the beach. But I don't quite know. I haven't been out in a very, very, very long time. And with regards to rubbish, people should just take their rubbish home when they go to the beach anyway. That should just be like a law. I don't know how they can open Volcano Bay. Surely the virus would be in the water. If Rod's saying that the virus cannot be caught via touch, can it be in the water? And this is the thing, like, nobody knows. Like, you just don't know. Like, the flu, for example, if you sneeze, like, you may give it to someone else. You just don't know. I think opening Universal Studios, fine, but the water parks, like, what about water rides? What if someone sneezes in the water and it splashes on your face next time? Like, yeah, like, how do you even, maybe this is all of us being, like, overthinkers, but I don't know. But surely they would have taken this into consideration. Like, they wouldn't have just, like, opened on a whim, if you know what I mean. But crazy, crazy times. I just can't believe it's opened. Here's a good question. What does everybody think's happening with regards to my Disney trip? So I'm supposed to be flying out. I don't actually have a flight there. I have a flight home as of right now, because my flight was to Camp America, and obviously Camp America has been cancelled. But do people think my trip is going ahead? So it's on August 27th until September 17th. I think it is going to be going ahead, but I do not think I will be on that trip. I think I've spoken with my friend Claire that I'm going with, and I think we're thinking of cancelling just because I don't want to pay all that money to not go. All of my friends that were going on the same dates as me, there was about 25 of us, have all cancelled. So I don't quite know. It's an interesting thing. It all depends who you're flying with and if the travel ban we have is lifted. That's very true. Also, a good question, some food for thought. When is the next time you would currently feel safe enough going to a Disney park or a Universal theme park next? I think for me, the safest time I would feel going is December. I think December sits okay with me as of right now, if things continue the way they are and there's, like, not a second wave. So I'm flying with Virgin, and my flight home actually isn't possible because it's to Gatwick, which they've now closed their Gatwick terminal for the time being. So can't currently technically fly home. Probably they might have restrictions though. Yeah, I think Disney opening, like me and my group chat like to make predictions on things all the time. I'm currently saying like August 1st is my guess date. So I don't know. With regards to, I think Disney will open on the 1st of August. That's what I'm saying. My friend works for like the Disney like phone company, you know, like ring up and you change it. They're saying August 1st, like that's when they think, like they haven't officially been told, but like that's the rumor mill with regards to like inside Disney is August 1st. But this was before Universal's announcement. I should message him today and see what he thinks now. I'm from South Africa and they've predicted the worst peak will be in August, so I won't be leaving to any Disney park for a really long time. Oh, that sucks. I'm so sorry to hear that. In the UK, we've currently had our worst peak. We had it in April over a month ago, but I think people are holding out for a second wave, but I don't know. Kind of feels like going in a tidal wave pool. Waiting for the second wave. Me personally wouldn't go until it's a full experience again and try and get a refund or change date. So I haven't like officially announced or said anything, but my current plans are if September gets cancelled, I would completely cancel it. I wouldn't change the date. I would just get a refund, and hopefully next summer I have two plans. Plan 1 is to do Camp America, then spend 5 days at Disneyland, and then do 9 days at Disney World. Plan 2 is to do the Disney CEP, so that's the Cultural Exchange Program, so I'd work for the Walt Disney Company in Florida for 3 months, and then go to Disneyland, do a Disney cruise and go to Disneyland on holiday. And then option 3 is to do Camp America, Disneyland for 5 days, a cruise for 3 days, and then Walt Disney World for 5 days. So I'm looking into next year, like putting all the money that I would have spent this year into next year, hopefully getting a job some point when things start opening up. But I have a backup plan in place, so it's not too bad. And I'm hoping to maybe make a trip out to Disneyland Paris this year. Apparently all the Gatwick flights have just moved to Heathrow. My flight hasn't changed. As of right now, I'm still flying into Gatwick. So I'm hoping... So my flight for July, which was to get me to Camp America, so it was here to Portland, I've had an email today saying it's been changed to a different flight and I can get a refund, and it's really confusing. I don't know the best thing to do, so I've got to like figure that out, but hopefully can get some money back. I'm supposed to be doing a cruise in October. I have very little hope it's happening, and even if it can happen, I'm not sure I want to go now. Anyway, I have a cruise booked for September. I hope you can go, but in all honesty, like my friend Rod, I don't know if he's still here, but he has a cruise booked for December and he doesn't think his December cruise is going ahead. I just think, like, seeing how bad like the Princess Diamond was and things like that, I don't know if I would personally feel safe going on a Disney cruise. Like, even if my trip went ahead, I don't know if I feel safe going on a cruise. It's such like a contaminated, tight space. Obviously, there's open decks and things like that, but still. So this is my predictions. I don't have like any inside information other than like what my friends think that work for Disney. But I would say I think the next theme park to open, I can't believe I'm even saying this, but before today happened, I thought the opening schedule like of the parks was going to be so Shanghai, followed by Hong Kong, followed by Tokyo, followed by Disneyland Paris, then Florida, and then California. But now we're looking at possibly a Shanghai straight to Florida, which is crazy, but that's what I thought. And I think the Disney cruises, I think, will start running again in January, and I think Florida will open August 1st, and I think Paris may possibly open in August, but I honestly have absolutely no idea. I'm just making up as I go ahead, to be honest. It's freaky. It's super freaky. The whole, like, coronavirus in general is just so scary. Was sad when I heard Virgin's removal of the 747 aircraft. Yeah, I did think that was sad. They had some really cute wraps on some of the planes. That sounds so amazing. The trip I had this summer planned was literally going to be awesome, so I'm really gutted about that. I was staying in 6 different DVC hotels. I was doing a Disney cruise, going to Discovery Cove, Universal Studios. I was buzzing. Like, we were staying in Grand Floridian, Bay Lake Tower, Polynesian Bungalow. We were going to do the Riviera. We have Animal Kingdom Lodge. beach club, like I had a bunch booked and now I'm like, am I going or not going? And like just staying in those resorts would be awesome, but again, it's a lot of money to do so. So I've got to like figure it all out, to be honest. Like as of right now, it's too soon to make a call as well. I think I'm going to wait to July to make a decision when the rest of the money is due. Option 4, come and meet me, JK. If they open Blackpool Pleasure Beach, like I will be there, like 100%. I would advise doing the California Japan trip. Yeah, so I was thinking of doing Disneyland and then doing like Tokyo, but I don't know how safe I would feel going to Tokyo solo. Like I've only done America solo once, and obviously they speak American English, and I don't know how much English they speak in Tokyo with regards to going on my own at like 20 years old. But I have to see, it is a possibility. It's all open air for next year. I would love to go to the Asian parks more than anything. We're still waiting to see what happens. We haven't made any payments yet. Yeah, I haven't touched, like, I'm quite lucky in the sense of the only thing I've paid money for is Discovery Cove, a £50 deposit for my room, for a different part of my stay. And so I've got a £50 deposit, the Discovery Cove, and what else have I paid for? Oh, £80 towards the Disney cruise. So I'm quite lucky in that aspect of I'm only going to be losing about £200. Like I haven't bought park tickets or Halloween tickets. I haven't bought Universal tickets. I haven't paid my hotel in full. So I'm not going to lose out too bad. So I recommend anyone else, like, do not pay any more money until you know any further. You ever been to Busch Gardens, Tampa? I haven't. The rides look quite big and scary. I think the cruises will start running again this fall, but with strict measures into place, which is why we haven't made payments yet. Rod, would you go if the strict measures were put into place? Can't wait to get out to Disneyland Paris. I've never been to a Disney park. I may have a secret Disney project on the way. That sounds so exciting. Yeah, I'm excited to get back to Disneyland Paris as well. I just want to be back in the Disney bubble like so bad. And I'm super excited for you to go on your first trip. I just discovered your channel, subscribed. Oh, thank you so much. Also, how did you discover my channel? I'd love to know how people find me. I think that's really interesting. You've probably answered this question, but what is your favourite Disney park? Okay, my favourite Disney park is the Magic Kingdom. I went on a 2-week solo trip this past September, and I went to Magic Kingdom every single day for 14 days. I just love it so much. I love the magic. You can really tell like Walt's vision and what he had planned, and you can see it in the parks. I love all the character meets. I love the Enchanted Tiki Room. I love Carousel of Progress. I love Splash Mountain. Just my all-time favourite park. What is your favourite park? I just love it. Nothing better than the Magic Kingdom. I don't know how they would social distance in Pleasure Beach. The park is only so small, only 42 acres, and they do a wristband system, so have no idea how the staff would put that on you. Got more chance of the Merlin parks reopening. Maybe I'm gonna have to get a Merlin annual pass. I used to have one. Maybe it's finally time for me to go back to Legoland. I love Legoland. I spent my whole entire childhood there. I've never been to a Disney park either. I was 2 weeks shy of booking my first ever AP for Disneyland Paris, and then the lockdown happened. One of my friends booked an annual pass about a week before the lockdown, so I don't know if maybe she gets the days back, but crazy stuff. Also, I'm so sorry you couldn't book your trip. I feel like I've just had like the biggest nightmare this year. Like, I had Disneyland Paris cancelled, I had Disney on Ice cancelled, I had Camp America cancelled, now I'm going to have Walt Disney World cancelled, and it's just like, ugh, it's annoying, but it's all for safety reasons, and I wouldn't want to put myself or other people in harm's way over my own enjoyment. I discovered you from this live stream. Oh, awesome. Oh, totally. Magic Kingdom's definitely mine as well. Yeah, Magic Kingdom is just life. Also, I think the chicken nuggets in Magic Kingdom are like the best chicken nuggets on Walt Disney World property. I know they're all the same, but like they're not. It depends on the measures. I want to go back on a cruise, but I don't want the vacation to be a stressful experience. Yeah, this is like what I was saying with Florida. Like, and I don't think it's selfish. I think I don't want to wear a mask to a Disney park. And because I feel that way, I'm not going to go. I'm not going to turn up and be like, I'm not wearing a mask, let me in. Like, I'm going to make the decision to not go because it's my choice to not wear a mask. So I would just go when like life gets back to normal. I couldn't see myself walking down Main Street USA taking a little like mass selfie 6 feet away from all my friends. Like, that just sounds like absolutely horrible. And like for me, part of going to Florida now is seeing my friends like Rod, Ryan and things. And I don't know how I would feel about like not getting to like hang out with my buddies. Like, I'd rather not go, which is a very first world person problem. But I don't know, how does everyone else feel? Like, would you rather go to Disney and have some magic and have like the precautions they have now, Or would you rather wait, hold out, save your money and go when Disney's like back to normal? I don't know when normal's ever going to be, but hopefully before the 50th for those of you that have got trips booked for the 50th. Go to Alton Towers. I would love to go to Alton Towers so bad. I love Thorpe Park. I've been to Thorpe Park like 7 times. We've already been looking at future cruises to rebook. You've been looking at future cruises and you haven't invited me? I'm literally a member of your family now, bro. Hey, girl. Sorry in advance, but I love Animal Kingdom, then Magic Kingdom, then Epcot and Hollywood Studios. Okay, this is my order ranking. Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom, Epcot. Only because Epcot has so much construction right now. As soon as Epcot gets rid of their construction and adds more IPs, this will be happy. But everyone likes different things. And also I like having different favourites to everybody else because it means that there's less of a wait for what I want to do. All the coasters except Inferno, Nemesis and the Smiler are tame. Never been. I went to Alton Towers once and I rode oh my gosh, what's it called? It's like the one with like the zombies in it. I rode that. We didn't ride much. And the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory ride. Well, Disney World Nuggets though, I know they're so good. I absolutely love Magic Kingdom. Same. There's like nothing better. Best chicken tenders are on the Disney cruises. Stop telling me that when you know my Disney cruise is going to get cancelled. Also, I agree with you. I refuse to go, but it's not 100% Disney magic. I just think you pay so much. You pay so much to go to Disney. Like, why would you pay all that money to not have the proper experience? I don't have money to throw away kind of thing. And I also feel like if you've, what am I trying to say? Like, if you've been to Disney before, like, and this is more for, like, people like me in the UK that go on holiday rather than, like, AP holders. Like, you're used to a certain standard, so why would you then go knowing the standard was going to be less, if that makes sense? But again, I totally respect everyone's opinions for going like this. Is just my opinion. I've also missed quite a few comments. This is not good. The comments don't stay up. I wish they would just, like, stay up, but they disappear. Yes, Disney nuggets are the best. They used to have Frozen, like the movie themed nuggets, and those were amazing. That just sounds epic. I'm obsessed with that. That's such an American term, buddies. A little American side in you then. Yeah, after spending 3 months in America, you pick up a lot of terms like buddies. I say trash. I say sunscreen. I call it a day pack rather than a backpack. Like, I just say so much. Not yet, but I want to go for the 50th so bad. This is how I feel. I very much, so pre-global pandemic times, I was going to Walt Disney World this summer, and then next summer was going to be purely Disneyland and maybe a trip to Tokyo. Because for me, this is just me again, I am so used to going without crowds. Like, I would not want to go for the 50th simply because, like, I wouldn't want to go in like September through December. I couldn't deal. I couldn't do it. There's going to be so many people. There's going to be, there'll be loads of people. It's going to be hot, sweaty, busy. And one thing to remember about the 50th is that the celebrations go on for, 18 months at least. The 50th is going to be going on for at least 18 months. And with regards to things they'll have in place for the 50th, like things like the Tron coaster, like they're not going anywhere. So whether regards I go now or in 10 years time, I'm still going to ride Tron. The only things I may miss out on by not going for the 50th is things like special parades, special character meets and special shows. But this is like my next few years of my life lined up Disney trip wise. So hopefully Walt Disney World in September, Disneyland and Walt Disney World next summer. And then in 2022, so the 50th will still be going ahead, I would like to go back to Walt Disney World with my family. Like, that is the plan. Like, once I finish university, to go with the fam. And I think that would be so much fun. Like, one of my friends, I'm not going to say who because they haven't announced their trip yet, has a trip booked for the actual 50th, and I'm so jealous. It sounds amazing. I couldn't deal with the crowds, but that's just me. But I think it's going to be so amazing and so magical, and I'm just, like, so excited for everybody. I've missed so much. I would say wait until it's back to being the magical experience it was. I agree. Guess you rode Jewel. Did it have guns? No, I have not rode that ride. R.I.P. Phantom Fantasia. I haven't heard of that either, sorry. Have you ever had like a Disney VIP pass? What is a Disney VIP pass? I've done VIP tours, but I've never had a VIP pass. I hope you call it path or pavement, not sidewalk. No, I do call it a path. It's just not the same regardless. I don't want to go and have a mask on. I don't even want to wear one on a store or anything. I said to Jordan, I refuse to wear one. I just don't like the idea. I understand the concept of wearing masks now at the moment. I don't go food shopping. I don't leave my house. Like, I haven't left my house in 67 days other than to exercise. So, like, I have no issue wearing a mask. Like, I don't mind going to Disney and wearing a mask. I mind going to Disney and not watching the fireworks, not seeing the shows, not meeting characters. I would rather not wear a mask, but, like, if we're still wearing a masks in a year time, like, I would just kind of, like, almost accept it. If I were to move in August, I would probably spend more time in the resorts and the parks. I think it'll be a far less stressful experience than going to the parks. Yeah, and I also feel like you don't want to... Like, for me, I'm a big fan of... I hate ruining things with bad memories. Like, this is such a random thing, but whenever I've had a boyfriend, I would just not watch Disney movies with them because I don't want my favourite things to be ruined. I've never been to a Disney park with a boyfriend or anything like that because I just don't want to associate bad memories with, like, a bad experience, if that makes sense. So, like, I wouldn't want to associate Walt Disney World with coronavirus. Like, I just wouldn't, like, if you know what I mean, I just don't want to do... I don't want to put those two things together. But this is just me, and I feel very lucky in the fact that I can move my trip and go at a different point, but that's just how I feel. I think for my first time, I'd like it to be a full magical experience. Yeah, I think if you're visiting Florida for the first time and they don't have all the offerings, like, I personally would not go. Like, you're almost, like, setting yourself up to fail, if that makes sense. And honestly, like, there is no harm in waiting. Disney is only going to get bigger and better. And I don't know how much you guys look into construction stuff, but Disney have completely stopped construction. Universal continued it, Disney stopped it. So, like, Epcot right now is just a giant... what's the non-swearing word for that? Trash show. I'm not going to say the S word, but we know what I'm trying to say. Like, everything is half finished. There's, like, no, like, pathways. Like, everything is diggers. Like, the castle is currently half painted. Like, they really did, like, it's almost like it's a ghost town. Everything was just stopped. And I do not see Epcot, like, Epcot was supposed to be finished about 2024. I do not see Epcot being finished until 2030. They are so behind now. They, I think a lot of the things, like, for the 50th will not be going ahead. Things like Tron, obviously, is going ahead as it's almost done. Things like, Tron will obviously be going ahead. Guardians of the Galaxy Coast will be going ahead. Things like the Moana attraction, cancelled. Mary Poppins, cancelled. The Play Pavilion, possibly cancelled. What other things are probably cancelled? A new nighttime show for Epcot. I see that absolutely cancelled. Is it Harmonious that's there at the moment? Am I wrong? I think it's Harmonious. Or is that what's coming? Or is it Epcot Forever? Oh no, it's Epcot Forever right now. Epcot Forever is going to be there for a while. They have not paid all that money for it to show for literally like 5 months. So I think the 50 things they had planned for the 50th, they'll be like, a few of them will be like, we planted new trees because they cannot, Disney has lost so much money from like not having the parks open, not having movies in the cinema. There's like, for example, if a lot of you shop on Shop Disney like I do, there is such limited stock in the UK. Like they are losing so much money right now that things that aren't necessary are not going to be going ahead. Please catch up on comments. I find it hard to breathe on some roller coasters with a lot of wind in your face, and I already struggle to breathe with the mask on, so I don't think that combo will be a good idea. That's true. I've seen people on like Mako and things in SeaWorld, which are quite big roller coasters with masks on, and people seem to have been okay. I have never worn a mask because I haven't been outside, so I cannot comment on that. But I don't know. I don't know. And I imagine the Florida heat and wearing a mask isn't great. And I don't want to ruin, like, character integrity and the Disney magic. But if Mickey Mouse can dress up all nice to see you and dance for 40 minutes in a parade in Florida in the heat, I think people can wear a face mask. Like, if you know what I'm trying to say without me saying it. Some of the things that Disney had planned for the 50th probably will not happen. Yeah, I might get up a list of things planned for the 50th and see what has happened, like what has already been announced. I think if there was a new nighttime show coming, scrapped. Like, I don't see it happening. What am I trying to search again? Oh yeah. 50th plans for Walt Disney World. I don't know if there's like a list maybe. here we go. Everything coming to Walt Disney World for the 50th. So I'm going to let me know what you think in the comments as well below. Okay, the Reimagined Epcot. So World Discovery, World Showcase, World Nature and World Celebration. It says here that they were thinking that it was going to happen for the 50th. Oh wow, they thought it was going to happen for the 50th and for Epcot's 37th birthday. Yeah, absolutely not. I do not see the 4 new lands of Epcot. So we've got World Discovery, World Celebration, World Nature and World Showcase. I would say will be complete by 2030. Awesome Planet is obviously already... Oh my god, Awesome Planet counts as one of the things... Okay. Obviously that's already here, so yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind will be happening. Tron Light Cycle Power Run will be happening. Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, basically already built. Cirque du Soleil, they already started performing. Okay, the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser. So this is the Star Wars Hotel. I do not see it opening until maybe mid-2022 now, but I do see it opening still. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is already open. That's all they've got so far, but I do think a lot of things that they have announced will just sadly not be like going ahead, which is just crap. But I miss comments. Let me know what you think. I've got to go. This subscriber is very excited for your next videos. Ah, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It was nice to meet you too. Okay, let's catch up. Da, 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 da. Have you ever been to Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex? Yes, 3 times, and I've seen a rocket launch. Pretty epic. Most boyfriends are douches. Mood. Disney price hike. Yeah. I don't know if a lot of you seen, so a lot of my friends were like, my trip for like spring break got cancelled, so I'm going to rebook for next year's spring break, and the holiday went up by £4,000, and I was like, because it's the 50th, so they're like, oh yeah, let's just boost the prices up, and now that Disney have like lost money, it's going to be even more expensive than it ever was, and to be honest, nothing new is going to be there, because nothing's being built. A VIP pass is my all-time dream. You get a tour guide / butler. They take you across all the Disney parks and you get to skip all the lines. Yeah, I think it's extremely expensive. I had that tour booked for this September. I had it booked with my friends and we were going. I am bummed that I'm not going to get to do that. I was literally so excited. We were going to do the 4-part challenge and go on all our favourite rides. What are they doing with Spaceship Earth? So Spaceship Earth was supposed to be renovated. I think they were going to like update the screens that you see, like the ride cars, as well as like make everything more projection mapping. Do not see that happening for a very long time. I feel like with regards to Disney, they need to be... Obviously, I don't work for Disney, so I don't know what they're doing. But if I did, I think they're in a position now where they need to be providing new attractions rather than renovating when they have such little money. And I think people are not going to want to visit the parks with there being less things open because things are being renovated. They would rather the same old attractions are there, and they're getting new rides before renovation. What, temporary cancelled or permanently? I think Moana and Mary Poppins are 100% definitely cancelled. I see many projects being cancelled. I don't think the Play Pavilion will be scrapped, but I do think the Mary Poppins and Moana attractions being cancelled. I don't know if Play Pavilion will be scrapped, but I definitely think it won't be the same as it was originally planning to be. No mini ears, that's true. Lies, Mako is tiny. Mako's bigger than like Big Thunder Mountain. But as soon as Disney opens, the money situation will explode. Like, everyone is going to rush there and spend money. I see what you're saying, but if there's limited capacity, only so many people can go. And with regards to not many things being open, have they got the products in line to be able to sell merch and things like that? So I don't know. Hopefully the Festival Centre is not cancelled, as that's what I'm looking forward to the most. It does look really, really good. I have to go, but we'll more than likely speak to you tomorrow when I do my Ratatouille bound. Bye. Bye. Thanks so much for coming. I've just realised tomorrow is Ratatouille day and I have nothing planned. Nice. What's Awesome Planet? Awesome Planet is a show that they have in Epcot. It's where like the Lion King show used to be. It's inside the Land Pavilion. It's interesting. I didn't know it was part of the 50th editions. I think Epcot will stay closed to catch up on construction. Yeah, that's another thing we were talking about as well. So they've like completely fired all CEPs, DCPs, AEPs, like you name it. Anyone that isn't an American that works there part-time, full-time or seasonal has been fired. So how on earth do you open Epcot in the World Showcase with no cast members? Like, if Disney were to open in 2 weeks like Universal would, you can't just fly over people from the UK in 2 weeks. Like, we can't legally leave our country. So like how's that gonna, I'm gonna message that to my group chat actually. That's a very good point made by me. I love having like open debates and discussions with people about these kind of things. I think it's really fun. But I'm a nerd for Disney, so there we go. Why is my laptop not working? I also need to think of another colouring page to do for tomorrow. Well, that makes sense. When things open, they need people to work their ETC. But they can't physically get the cast members. So no one can come in and out of America right now, to my knowledge. We can't leave the UK. So how can you... It's like the World Showcase. I think there's 11 different pavilions. You can't get the people from those countries to come. Epcot has never, ever, ever not had cast members from the countries of each pavilion. So how do you open Epcot? Like, I don't know. Okay, let me DM my group chat and be like, what are they doing? Oh, Disney online quiz. Okay, Also, say if Walt Disney World opens in 2 weeks, like Universal Studios Orlando, how would they open Epcot? Still no cast members. Okay, sorry. I was not paying attention. Okay, missed comments, must go back. A lot of my friends are cancelling completely because they're worried about prices going up. That is true. I don't know what I literally don't know what I'm going to do. We're just kind of sat waiting right now. I almost want Disney to make the decision for me, if that makes sense, that I have to make the call. Mako is a borderline family coaster. Big Thunder Mountain is like 2 inches tall compared to... How is Mako a family coaster? What? Mako is 200 feet and is the tallest and fastest in Orlando. I was going to say that is not a family coaster. You can leave the UK if it's deemed necessary to travel. I would say visiting Walt Disney World is necessary travel. I don't know why anyone. I'm only joking. I think when Epcot opens, they won't have workers from those countries for the meantime. How can you open the World Showcase without that? Like, if I was Josh D'Amaro, this is like his job to sort all this out. Poor dude. Like, he's literally coming at the worst time. I wouldn't open World Showcase if that was the case. I think that is the most like authentic experience, if you know what I mean. I know, but it has trims that killed the airtime. Looks tiny, and there is a mini dive that's taller. 6 seats across, lol. I don't know if I'd ride that. Ha ha ha, no sorry. That makes sense. More sarcastic. Oh, sorry. Like, they're going to need people to work construction etc, so it's stupid they send them home. Yeah, so the reason that they sent home all of like the DCP, so Disney World itself, I don't know the exact statistic, but 80% of Disney World is run on DCP, so that's a Disney College Program. So that is teens and young adults or adults that are in college and they come and do the Disney College Program, hence why most people that work at Disney are so young. And Disney has just completely, they sent all the DCPs home, they sent all the UK cast members home, Italian, German, anyone you name it, were all sent home because Disney did not know when they were going to open. So, and it was safe for people to go home with their families and things like that. So I understand why they did it, but now, like, I'm hoping to apply for the CEP this summer, but they've changed the website, so I don't think it's going to be opening because they have such a backlog of applicants right now. Like, a lot of my friends were supposed to be flying out in June. Obviously, that's not going ahead, and they're postponed to next year. So, like, Disney don't really have anyone, like, with regards to UK applications, Disney doesn't have anyone flying out until the very earliest, like, September. How can you open Disney without all these cast members? But then I guess if there's, like, less... if there is less, what's like the words I'm trying to say? If there are less people visiting the parks, would you maybe need less cast members? I can't imagine Americans in the UK section doing fish and chips. No, me neither. Like, that would be so weird. Like, hi y'all, would you like chips? Would you like fries and fish? No. Oh my gosh, that'd be crazy. World Showcase is important to Epcot and they will want the Food and Wine Festival to go ahead. But, like, Epcot is not Epcot without those international cast members. Like, they make the experience. As someone who lives for KidCot and literally speaking to international cast members, like, no. I don't think they have a choice. Yeah, that's true. Like, would Disney, seeing that Universal's open both parks and Volcano Bay, are Disney even in the position to only open, say, Magic Kingdom, or do they have to open all four? Crazy stuff. Would they open, like, Blizzard Beach or Typhoon Lagoon? I don't know. I mean, for the workers, my friend was allowed to go to Hong Kong to work for Disneyland, so I guess they can go back to Disney World if they have their valid visas still. That is true. If you do already have your visa, could you just go back? I don't quite know. A lot of my friends on so I've got friends that are supposed to do the AEP, so that's the academic exchange program. So that runs with your uni degree. If you do a certain degree at certain unis, you can go, and they were supposed to fly out June, and they haven't been told that they're not going. They've just been told like a delayed date, but they don't know when that is. So it's just like, it's like a crazy waiting game. I'm hoping that Disney's application is open, so obviously I can apply, but it's just like so much uncertainty. I just don't see. And like, if you think about it, like Disney, say Disney do open, you'd be wearing masks, there'd be no nighttime shows, there'd be no daytime shows, there'd be no parades, there'd be no fireworks, there wouldn't be international cast members, like the magic is gone, if you know what I mean. Like, it's not the same. But then is some magic better than no magic? I can't quite decide. I just think the concept of Epcot not having international cast members is so sad. Like, I love the diversity and I love the inclusion that it has. It's one of my favourite parts about Epcot is the cast members. I feel emotional. Why am I getting emotional about this? Like, I don't know how I feel about that. Why am I going to cry? I'm just going to cry. Wow, that's going crazy. I don't know. I think that's a really sad thought process. Epcot without people from different nations. I don't know. Yeah, I honestly feel for people that are in the middle of their CRPs not knowing if/when they can go back. Yeah, I feel for people so bad, like people that were accepted on the program and can't go. Like, one of my friends was supposed to be going, and then she, in the end, like, dropped out last minute due to medical reasons. And I know she was absolutely gutted, so I feel she probably maybe feels like a bit better with regards to that situation, because obviously, like, she wouldn't have been able to go. But I really feel bad for people. Like, imagine, like I just keep saying to my mum, like, imagine if that was me. Like, I would just be absolutely heartbroken. Like, I wouldn't even know how to, like, comprehend that. Like, imagine finally getting to work for, like, your favourite company, and then it just, like, gets taken away from you. There's nothing you can do. Just horrible. Genuinely horrible. I don't think it'd be worth it to go to Disney with all these restrictions, honestly. I don't either. I honestly, it's just not the same. I think Disney has such a high standard and level and expectation that it wouldn't sit right with me. Like, I'm not American, so I can't go, but say if my trip goes ahead in September, if they didn't have international cast members in the World Showcase, like, I just wouldn't go to World Showcase. It wouldn't sit right with me. It wouldn't feel right with me. The whole point of Epcot is supposed to be like a cultural experience, and it's those cast members that tell you stories and teach you things and all these experiences, and like, it just wouldn't be there. I don't know. That's just me. Please don't cry. Oh, I'm not going to. Don't worry. It would suck, but I don't think Disney could afford to keep World Showcase closed. I don't quite know. And we have to go now. I need to get some sleep for work tomorrow. Good night. Goodbye. I'm just so conflicted, guys. Like, I don't know what the future of Disney looks like. That's a crazy thought. It's just Universal is really throwing things out the wall. I'm going to see if I can find the Universal article. I'd like to see what they, like, officially said. I have an itchy nose. It's my friend's birthday. I was wishing him happy birthday. Sorry. Okay, let's have a look. Best place to head is Twitter. Twitter is like the go-to place for things like this. Let's see. Come on. Oh, it's just people moaning about Universal. I'm trying to just find the post that says Oh, where is it? Where is this post? Okay, here we go. So Universal... No, that's not what I'm after. Let's just Google. Usually Twitter's a good source. It does not seem to be today. Okay, Universal Studios Orlando opening thing. Why did I write thing? Okay, let's have a look. Who's covered it first? Who are we going to go to? Is there news? There we go. Let's have a look. Why is it not working? Here we go. Okay, Hollywood Reporter. We'll read theirs. So Universal Studios is saying, so it's open to employees on the 1st of June, on the 3rd of June is for APs, and then on the 5th of June is the general public. Masks and temperature, so there'll be lower capacity, which will increase as time goes on. Temperature checks and masks will be required for both visitors and employees. If a guest does not have a mask, will be provided for them. That's good that they're providing masks. Interactive play areas have been closed. There'll be no more valet parking. Missed areas will be closed. No more post-show meet and greets. All menus will use paper single use in restaurants. Cash will still be accepted. Employees will self-check at home and then be checked again once they arrive at work. Signs will be placed around the park to mention social distancing, with at least 6 feet of separation required for ride lines and food lines. Wow. Fair enough. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm going to get comfy because I've been doing this for an hour. Also, that was my shorts, just to say. Let me see what I missed. I see how Universal can open up, but I feel like Disney is very different and it wouldn't be as magical. Disney is almost a different world. I understand what you're saying, and I think Universal's definitely in a better position than Disney with regards to, like, they've kept construction going, like, they've had cast members there, like, most of the time. I think the idea, I don't understand how having, like, team members for 2 days, APs for 2 days, and then general guests for, like, 2 days after that is gonna really work out, but, like, why not just open it to, like, everyone? I don't know. And, like, with them saying that it's open to all guests, like, even non-APs, on the 5th of June, does that mean anyone can go? Like, if you live in, like, Washington, can you go? Like, I don't know how it works in America, but, like, can you leave your state? Or are you, like, stuck in your state? Like, if I wanted to right now, I could go to Wales, I could go to Scotland. Well, I can't, actually. I cannot leave an hour radius of my house. I don't know how it works in the US, but, like, can anyone just go take a Universal holiday now? I'll be peed if you guys are going to go on, like, Disney vacays and I don't. That would just be sad. I'm not tired. I spent my whole entire day colouring. Oh, you can put effects on? Should I put myself in black and white? This is fun. What's this? Dance party. Whoa, that's epic. What else can you do? Oh, that's scary. Oh, that's fun. Okay, let's turn these off. I've not been... you can go wherever, whenever. That doesn't surprise me. I've not been to a different state since Corona, but I've been to Mexico. Interesting. That is quite interesting. See, in the UK, you can't leave any further than an hour from your house. So, like, that's not very far in the UK at all. Because some travel restrictions are put in place in certain states. Like California. Does California have, like, a super mega ban? I'm not sure. I don't see Disneyland opening anytime soon, I'm not gonna lie. I just can't believe Disney World could be open in 2 weeks. Potentially. Dunno. I just feel for Josh D'Amaro. He seems like such a nice guy. He doesn't deserve all this stress. Like, I'm stressed for him, but it's not even my theme park. I'm not even going. But I am stressed about my trip. I need to look into cancelling or definitely going or, like, some backup plan. I haven't bought any clothes. Don't even know if my shorts fit. Craziness. I'm in California. I don't even know, other than going out to Mexico once, I've stayed home completely. But you could leave to go to Mexico. That's quite interesting. Because I can't go anywhere. I can't go anywhere at all. I'm trapped in the 1 hour radius of my home. Can't go to France. Can't go to Europe. Things like that. Disney cancelled reservations up to the 13th of June. I guess in a way that means they could open on the 14th of June, but also doesn't mean that they could be open on the 14th of June. I think it's harder for Disney as well because 1, Disney gets more guests, 2, Disney has a higher expectation than Universal with regards to like guest experience, and 3, Disney has more parks. How many days does Disneyland Park in Disneyland Paris need, and also the shops and WDSP? What is WDSP? Walt Disney SP. Oh, Walt Disney Studios Park. So Disneyland needs, well, it depends if you want to do it my way or everyone else's way. If you're doing it my way, you could do both parks and the shops in 2 days. But if you wanted to do it normally, you could, like, I would say like 5 days give you loads of time, but 4 days is enough time. I've done it in one. I've done both parks and the shopping in 1 day, and I had a blast. I had a great time. I did everything. So it all depends who you go with, but 4 days is a good amount of time on average. I've got to go, but have a good day. You too. I think I'm going to keep this stream going until it says an hour, so for another 4 minutes. It's been really nice to just come on live stream and just have a chat, because I haven't done this in literally like the longest time. I've got a schedule with regards to like live stream and video uploads. I need to post about that on my Insta tonight before bed. But hopefully going to do video uploads on Fridays and Mondays and live streams every Wednesdays, whether we're just going to have a chat like this or if we're going to do like a quiz game or something like that. But yeah, how come you no spam the Instagram? I have posted a few things today. I just posted about my colouring. I just don't really want to bother people. Like, I'd rather say less. Sometimes less is more, I feel like, but I don't know. But if anyone has any final questions, comments, concerns, send them my way now. But if not, that is chill too. I think I need to edit a video for tomorrow because tomorrow's Friday. I've got a few, do I have a few videos filmed or am I making that up? Maybe I have one video filmed. I have my my university vlogs, my university home exam vlogs. Honestly, it's just nice to have human interaction. Oh my gosh, tell me about it. I'm not gonna lie, it's been so nice. Like, obviously I'm not talking to anyone, but it's so nice to just talk right now. I spent my whole entire day colouring alone for 6 hours, so it's just really nice to talk to someone. Hopefully everything goes back to normal soon. I hope so bad. Also, Rod, are you doing anything right now? Do you want to go live on Instagram for a bit? I'm really bored. Like, maybe we could just do it for like 10 minutes, like 15 minutes. But you can say no. You don't have to say yeah. But if you haven't already, be sure to give the stream a big thumbs up. And I can definitely do more of these soon. But I need to, what should I, so I have 2 choices. This is what I was trying to say. I can either tomorrow post my doing my uni exams at home vlog, or I got tagged in this Disney quarantine at home tag thing, which seems quite fun. So, and I can film that now. I don't know which one to do. Someone let me know. The quarantine one's easier to edit, but the uni one's already filmed. So, I don't quite know. I do not know. I'm eating right now. If you want to do it a little later, I could. I don't know what the time is, but we probably could if I'm still awake. Is it like midnight? It feels like it's midnight. It's probably not. Disney quarantine. Yeah, I might film the Disney quarantine tag. It's only like 19 questions. Maybe quite quick and easy. Maybe I could save the uni vlog for Monday. Yeah, uni vlog for Monday. Yeah, I think that's probably the best idea. Gives me more time to edit it. It's quite a long video because I filmed for like a whole entire week, which was kind of crazy. I also need to film what I bought from Shop Disney in May collection, because I bought like 27,000 things because I spent all my birthday money. But I'm still waiting on 2 things to arrive. It's only 9:44. Oh my gosh, it feels really late. Maybe it's because I've been talking consistently for an hour and then for like 20 minutes on IG. It feels really late. I need a drink. Also, I've just realised it says the time on the comments. I'm such an idiot. It literally says the time on the top right. Oh my gosh. Okay, I have 30 seconds left, so I just want to hop on and say a big thank you to all of you that came to the stream today. For all of you that pressed the big thumbs up button, it means the world to me. Thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. I will have a new upload tomorrow, a new upload Monday, and another live stream on Wednesday if you want to come have a little old chin wag. That would be super duper uber fun. I hope you're all staying well and safe at home. You're all doing good. If you ever need somebody, send me a DM. You can either DM me on Instagram, Wanna Be Mouseketeer, or send me a Snapchat. Let me know. But I hope you all have a super duper uber magical day. And I'll see you guys real soon. Bye.